we have planted a lot of trees, as you can see, and I'm with the growers here, Lyndon, Patricia, and Franklin. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, viewers, as a youth council, we have worked tremendously to see that we achieve our goal as young people. And we already planted 10,400 seedlings in 2021 last year. We planted like the African wattle. We have planted Malina, that is normally called the white tick. And as you can see, we have a lot of planting here at Guma. And we also have at Sugarloaf. As you can see, we are trying to protect this entire water that has to do with the dam system. As you can see, the dam, we need to protect the dam with a lot of trees so that each and every one of us can survive from this water. As you can see, without no trees, the water level can go down before the water level is on top of this height, and just now we are approaching March, and today is the 16th of February 2022. Look at the water level, because of, as you can see, right up the trees, the hillside, we have planted a lot of trees right up the hill. Behind, as you can see, the Sugarloaf, where the mudslide happened, we have also planted a lot of trees from near the mudslide onto this axis, you see, to protect the Guma Dam. And we are still doing it because, in as much as we are on the freetown campaign to plant millions of trees in Sierra Leone, especially the Freetown Peninsula, and also the Western Rural District. We have also planted at the Boys Society. That is our other reforestation area, Boys Society. We planted a lot of Malina, white tea, and we also planted Tombi, economic tree. A lot of economic trees, and we also planted economic trees like mango. We also planted these other trees like guava. We plant some trees in some of the compounds. People that are resided in this Regent axis, we give them some of these economic trees to plant in their compound. And also, we also plant some of these trees in the cemetery. You see, we also planted on the roadside of Regent community. And we are using a different type of model of planting. This is not the type of planting that people are just thinking that, oh, go and plant trees like this. And most of the trees were tracked with a GPS system. And we are giving them a tracking number, as you can see. This one, as you can see, this is a white tick. It has a number. This is 207 white tick, and it also label the supply nursery farm that supply us these trees. So each and every seedling has a number that has been recorded in the dashboard of EFA, that is Environmental Foundation for Africa. These are this is the organization that we are working with directly in the Freetown campaign to plant millions of trees. As you can see, the trees started growing up. As you can see, these are some of the trees that we planted last year. As you can see, these are some of the trees. You see, and these are some of the trees that we planted this year for 2022. You see, and they have started growing effectively. You know, this year we planted 7,075, and most of the trees have been tracked by the growers. All of them have what we call a tree tracker system. They track these trees, they upload them into the system. So you see, that is the reason why it's not a type of planting people think that we are just doing. It's not to go and just dig. You put the trees like that. We have a different model of planting, especially this type of planting that we are doing, the freetown campaign planting. As you can see here, the trees are growing very well. The trees are growing very well. Okay. All of our reforestation areas, the trees are doing very well under the freetown campaign. And as a youth council, we assure young people that we need to help the government to stop deforestation. You know, because when we stop deforestation, we can be free from global warming, we can be free from greenhouse effect, we can be free from all sorts of dangerous things that happen in our environment that we call environmental hazards. And some of these environmental hazards, like what we have in Motomé, that has to do with the mudslide, you see, and it affects a lot of people. You know, most of the people lost their life, properties damaged, people displaced because of we have cut down the trees on top of the surface of the hill. So you see, as young people, we play that. We come together, we plant more trees, we help this project to be utilized effectively. And one of these projects, it has helped young people in terms of job creation. You see, not Youth Council alone, but we have a lot of CBOs that have engaged themselves in this tree planting. You know, since the time when the freetown campaign started, you know, we have a lot of CBOs like the SCDAP, the ADOSL, you know, all of them, they employ a lot of young people in the rural district to plant more trees through the Environmental Foundation for Africa. You see, here is one of our reforestation area. We also have the Sugarloaf community. We also have Leicester Road, Rising School. We also have Gloucester area, you see, and Boys Society. So, as young people, we just need to complement the effort of the government to stop cutting trees, to help afforestate the land, because when we afforestate, we can have fresh air, you know, and we are what to call, we are interdependent we're interdependent with the environment. For example, I need oxygen from the tree, and oxygen, and also the tree need a carbon dioxide. I take in hot air, then the tree gives me fresh air to inhale. So you see, we are interdependent, and some of the trees, they are life supporting elements, like the economic tree, like the moringa. We planted a lot of moringa. You see, planted a lot of moringa, and also the neem tree. You know, some of us, just because of this planting operation, we came across these names like the neem, like the Malina stuff. We never know these things, but thank God to EFA. and the Freetown City Council with this project that has to do with the Freetown Town campaign. As Youth Council, we have done our level best, and we have done our sensitization everywhere. We have done our community mobilization. We have trained a lot of people, a lot of ambassadors that are resided in this area not to cut trees. You know, if you cut, you have to replace. Not to do stone mining where there is not necessary for you to do that. You see, we have done a lot, but for behavioral changes, it takes a while for people to change their concept, for people to change their mindset, because since when we started this operation, as you can see, the hills, people have now got the concept that, oh, to cut trees is very dangerous. You don't need to cut trees. Let us help to rebuild the ecosystem. You see, if we continue to cut the trees, all the water will dry, especially we are Yaro SL are working presently at the Guma Maitotin axis onto river number 2. You know, those areas, people are cutting trees, but because of their immense contribution they are doing, because of their immense input towards the community people, they have started realizing that to cut trees is dangerous. That's why when we have been doing our training last year, we have what we call the community climate change ambassadors. We train them, and we also highlight all of our areas that we think that this community have problem in terms of disaster that reflect to climate. And we also discover that this community has already changed their mindset. So we decided to draw what we call an adaptation plan. You know, we draw an adaptation plan so that they can realize that cutting trees is very dangerous. So you see, we have tried, and we shall continue with this planting process, so that by 2050 to 2030, we can see some of the trees that we have planted here to be like these trees. You know, we have done a lot as young people. You know, as young people, we do not sit and try to blame authority. We always see that we work effectively so that we can push it. Climate problem. We can help to solve some of these problems as well. And you know, Sierra Leone is a very rich country in terms of natural resources. And when you look at the trees, you know, 75% of Sierra Leone covered. You see, as we say everywhere, you know, this is what we like to do in the near future. You know, we want to green freetown. We want to green freetown with trees, and we want to see freetown in a different dimension. We want to see freetown in a way whereas you cannot move outside to say, oh, I'm feeling hot. You know, we want to see freetown to reach at the point where we can say climate change, oh, we appreciate freetown. We have already achieved the tree planting process. So this is what we are fighting for. And we are going to continue with it. So we are going to update you people, viewers, on the tree planting project. As we are still working on it, we continue to do some watering, and also we maintenance the trees, and we continue to monitor the trees so that people cannot cut some of these trees around. Children cannot uproot the trees as we unfold different things that has to do with climate change. As Youth Council, my name is Hassan Kanu. I am the project officer representing the Western Area Rural District Youth Council. God bless you. Thank you.